Such a gentleman walking me to my door. Still gonna do things like that after we're married?
For a few months at least.
A few months.
Okay. A year.
It finally feels like everything's gonna be okay. Even if we had to move to another city to make it happen.
I would follow you anywhere, Jessica.
Good night.
Good night.
This is Andrew Morgan. No. Not again.
There were 30 people here last week. I think we're gonna have to buy more chairs.
Well, the Real Murders Club is turning into the most popular group in town.
If only our chief of police thought that.
For heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more. I cannot control myself. Nice visual aid for the lipstick killer.
Yeah, well, I want everything to be perfect for tomorrow. I'm bringing my cousin Philip for the first time. And Nick Miller will be there too.
Ooh, your first date?
I finished all the cleaning row. The hall is spick and span for your meeting.
Oh, great. Thanks, Valerie. And you're coming to the house this week too, right?
I'll be there.
Oh, can I get on your waiting list to clean my house too?
I don't have a waiting list. I'm always happy to take on new clients. Did I overhear you guys mention that Nick Miller's gonna be at the meeting?
Yeah, he and Ro are dating.
What? No, what? We're not dating. It's too soon for that. We're just getting to know each other.
Isn't he just the nicest guy and so handsome?
Oh, that's right. You're working for him too.
Yeah, and he is so neat. I mean, his place is barely messy. A guy who picks up his socks. I mean, talk about your dream man. Doesn't strike me as someone who'd be interested in all this, though. Well, have a good evening. Bye.
Bye. Let's get this finished. Okay. Due back in 3 weeks. Oh, Mother. Can't say I'm surprised to see you.
I only have a minute.
And yet you still have time to scold me for inviting Philip to Real Murders.
Aurora, you know that I feel responsible for him ever since he moved back to Lawrencetown for college. And you know the Real Murders Club is a magnet for trouble.
Oh, you can't blame the club.
I've had one scare after another with you. Why would you invite him?
Because I'm the president of the club, I invite everyone. Watch this. Lillian, we are talking about the lipstick killer tonight at Real Murders. Do you want to come?
I'd rather do anything but.
As would anyone with sense.
It's indecent, really.
Picking over the dead for entertainment purposes.
Educational purposes.
Professor Miller, I just need to ask you something.
Sure, Dina, what is it?
I just need you to okay this outline I did for chapter 30 before I run copies.
I'm sure it's fine. Go ahead and run the copies.
I'd rather you approve it. What if I make a mistake?
Dina, you won the Miss Survey Scholarship. Every professor on campus wanted you as a teaching assistant. Professor Henner was so impressed that he asked you to house sit for him. Clearly, we have faith in you. Run the copies.
Thank you.
It's extortion. I won't pay it.
I must insist you keep your voice down, Mr. Irons.
Most people raise their voices when they are being robbed.
Edward, what is it? What's got you so upset?
This came in the mail.
The system put him on a lending hold. He got a payment notice for a lost book.
I did not lose it. I would never lose a book. Oh, you're the one who checked it in, I remember.
I'm sorry, I don't remember checking it in.
Are you suggesting I'm lying?
Oh, no. Let me go check the shelf.
Well, I just did. It's not here.
Tell you what, Edward, let me pay for the book.
I don't want you to pay for it. I want you to admit that you made a mistake. You have never respected me. Never.
You know, he has had a grudge against me ever since I told him we wouldn't be ordering his self-published book.
Either way, I think we can both agree that this is your problem to solve.
Thanks for coming to get me.
Oh, well, it's more fun if we all go together, especially for your first meeting, and Nick's.
You could have warned me, though. And Aida would get that "I'm so disappointed in you" face when I told her I was going to the real murders meeting.
Yeah, I've seen that face plenty of times, and I still have faith that one day she'll see the light about what we do.
What are you doing here?
I don't believe we've met.
You're the librarian.
Yes, I'm Aurora Teagarden, and this is my cousin Philip.
Hi.
And you are?
Dina McMillan, Professor Miller's teaching assistant.
Oh, well, that's who we're here to see.
Oh, I'm afraid he's busy.
He's expecting us. I think we'll take it from here. Thanks. Nice to meet you, Dina.
There he is. Oh, excuse me. Hey, you two. Excited for the meeting.
Professor Miller?
How about for tonight it's just Nick? What? No. Hi for me.
Oh, hi. Sorry. That's Bree Carson, isn't it? The forensic psychology professor?
Yeah, and head of my department.
Her class is amazing. Took it last semester.
Can you introduce me to her? I've been trying to get her as a guest speaker for Real Murders.
Yeah, she's a little busy. It's her birthday, and apparently she can't wait.
Oh, Professor Carson. Hi. I am sorry to barge in on you, but I have been dying to meet you. And first of all, happy birthday.
Bree, this is the friend I've been telling you about, Aurora Teagarden. She seems to be a fan of yours.
Yes, I am a huge admirer of your criminal profiling work.
Always happy to meet and admire.
Well, I don't know if you've seen my emails, but I am the president of a true crime discussion group here in town, and
I have seen them. And I have to say, I was intrigued, but...
But I made her promise not to answer them.
Lynn. Don't know why I'm surprised. Chief of police and the forensic psychologist.
We're friends. Imagine that. So, of course, I told her the last thing she wants to do is get involved with your bunch of crime groupies.
Right. Well, Bree, it was very nice to meet you, and enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I really don't see the harm in talking to her group.
Trust me, you don't want these real murders people pulling you into their little obsessions.
Didn't you say that your husband was one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ro, there you are. Come in. You need to see this.
It was like this when I got here. Or, well, when Davis got here, because he was on coffee duty tonight.
Yeah, these keys you gave me, didn't need them. Back door was unlocked when I got here.
What? Well, we didn't use the back door yesterday when we set up.
You saw no sign of a break-in?
This is a pretty good sign to me.
Hey, the folder. I had a folder here on the table full of crime scene photos. It's gone.
Not all of them. You mean you don't see it? Everyone says Aurora Teagarden doesn't miss a thing.
Davis, just tell us what you're talking about.
Right there.
Well, this photo was in the folder.
You didn't put it there?
Nope.
Look what's written on it.
Don't touch it. There could be fingerprints.
I knew that.
For those to whom life and death are equal jests.
That's creepy.
Why do those words sound so familiar?
What? It's Edgar Allan Poe. For those to whom life and death are equal jests, there are still some things held in respect.
What's that supposed to mean? Maybe it's a critique of the Real Murders Club?
I think someone's trying to spice up our evening with a little mystery. Is it you, Davis?
What? You think I did this?
We should just call the police, let them sort it out.
Well, Arthur should be here for the meeting any minute.
Did I just hear my name? Ooh, this can't be good.
Thank you, Cindy, for staying late and helping me collate these packets.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, I have to set the alarm.
Well, it's such a nice and safe town.
Yeah, that's what I used to think.
You know whoever destroyed my presentation was
Probably a real murders member.
Well, yeah. I mean, who else knows that I usually set up my materials the night before?
I'll go talk to him. Hey, Davis, you got a minute? Yeah.
Maybe it was just a bunch of teenagers.
No, Arthur agreed. Whoever did it was probably in the club.
And you think it's that Davis guy because...
Well, he does have a set of keys.
And he was pretty quick with that Poe quote.
But does it fit with what you know about him?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know that much about him. He's only been in the club for a couple of months.
He's perfectly nice, though. Intelligent, asks good questions.
He asks a lot of questions. He seems to like to challenge Ro a fair bit.
So, maybe this is his version of Catch Me If You Can?
Or maybe it's something more personal.
I'm surprised by what you're telling me, but I'm not. And I'm certainly disturbed that someone broke into the Veterans Hall. And I hope this means that you're not even thinking about going back to one of those meetings.
Are you kidding? I gotta find out what happens next.
Oh, Philip. The package your mother sent you is in my office.
What happened?
Scare? Really? Don't you think that's a little overdramatic?
I don't write the headlines, Macon does. Besides, I was a little scared. That creepy quote, life and death are equal jests.
Oh, Valerie, hi.
Hi, Ro.
Hey, let me help you with that.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're home. It makes it so much easier when I don't have to go digging for the key. Hey, Sally.
Hey.
I saw your article this morning. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, someone with a strange sense of humor. Oh, are those muffins?
Yes. Have one. I love baking for my clients.
Oh, they look delicious.
Hey, Philip, what's going on? What?
Okay, I have to get to work, but you'll call me if you find out anything.
I will.
Oh, and please tell your mom I'll be happy to clean her office once the police are done with it. Oh, hey, Nick.
Doesn't she seem a bit unfazed by all of this?
Maybe she's just a bit odd. She makes a good muffin roll. Oh, hi, Nick. Bye, Nick.
Sally? Ro?
Nick, hi. Someone broke into my mother's office last night. Stole her laptop.
What?
I'm on my way there now.
Okay, I'll follow you over.
Mother, I am so sorry this happened.
Look at this. Someone went out of their way to destroy my photos, especially my photos of you.
Yeah, this wasn't just a burglary.
No, it was clearly personal.
And that horrible picture.
That was in the folder taken from the Veterans Hall. The lipstick killer's crime scene.
A crime scene for a murder. Now do you see, Philip? Being part of this murder club is just asking for trouble.
And Aida.
Oh, Michael, what did you find?
The access point for the thief was likely the back entrance. The lock was picked cleanly.
Right, that's what I was going to tell you.
Or they could have a key.
That too.
You really need a deadbolt back there, Aida. And someone accessed the security keypad at 11:33 p.m. last night. They entered the correct code to disarm the system and then rearmed it at 11:45.
Aida, how many people know that code?
You put that security system in for me, how long ago, Michael, a decade?
I did recommend you change the code every 6 months.
I know, but I never did. And also I'd like you to install the deadbolt.
I'll get on that.
Valerie also knows that code, and she has a key to the office.
Valerie, the housekeeper?
I'm not going to suspect Valerie. Not for as long as I've known her.
Well, I've known her a while, too, but she was acting a bit strange when she found out that your office was broken into. When you're working on a case, you have to be open to all the possibilities, Mother.
Yes, but you are not the one working this case, Ro. Remember, I am. And if Val is acting strange, you need to tell me.
Wait, is that a question mark? That wasn't left on the other photograph. And there's something new written on the back.
The librarian was a stickler for formality.
That's not a famous quote.
No, it's a threat. A threat to you, Aurora. Now, will you finally use that app on your phone and let me track your whereabouts? I need to know you're safe.
It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea. It's a terrible idea. I am not about to have someone invade my privacy, even my mother, and I can take care of myself.
Okay, but you need to realize this is definitely personal, Ro. Someone is taunting you.
I can go to the library with you, hang out, keep an eye on
Don't
you.
be silly. You have class, and you
Have a teaching assistant who can cover for me today.
A teaching assistant who knew who she was before we met.
You met Dina?
Yeah, yesterday when we picked you up.
She wasn't very friendly to Ro.
It's probably somebody just playing a game. Like Philip said, catch me if you can, right?
We can't make any assumptions. Whoever it is just jumped from mischief to targeted vandalism and burglary.
What about that new Real Murders member, Davis Meadow?
You said you were gonna look into him?
Yeah, he does have a few minor things on his record.
Okay, so he's not averse to stirring up trouble.
Look, there's no evidence pointing towards him, but I'll have a chat with him anyway. If he is the one who did this, maybe he's had his big dramatic moment and he's satisfied.
Or maybe he's just getting hooked on the drama.
Right. This guy's hit 2 nights in a row. Why should he stop now?
Because he doesn't want to get caught, and Arthur's gonna catch him, and then we're all gonna go on with our lives, and the rest of the day is gonna be very, very boring, I'm sure.
Do you see what happened? I just called the police. Someone stole my car.
Oh no, Lillian!
I've only been here an hour, and I came back out to get a sweater, and my car was gone. Just this mess left behind. Now my sweater's gone, too. Oh, and my travel case of CDs. Oh, why couldn't they have left the case behind instead of this? I found it in the middle of the glass. First, I thought it was my laptop.
That's my mother's. Lillian, that's my mother's stolen computer.
Detective Smith.
Davis, I need to ask you some questions.
Because I'm the one who discovered what happened in the Veterans Hall. The person who discovers it is statistically more likely to have committed the crime, right?
Yeah, look, I'm not here to talk statistics with you. I just need to know where you were last night at 11:30. Listen, I know you live off some kind of trust fund and you got way too much spare time on your hands.
Can't argue that. Let's see, 11:30. That time of night, I was probably up to no good.
Uh-huh. Stir up some trouble, did you?
I don't mind a reasonable amount of trouble.
Stay put. Hello?
Arthur, someone stole Lillian's car in the library parking lot in broad daylight. And whoever took it left my mother's missing computer behind.
Okay, I'll be right there. All right, Davis, first you're gonna tell me where you were last night, then you're gonna tell me exactly where you were over the last hour.
Lillian, Arthur's on his way.
Oh, I have a volunteer covering the desk. I better go in. Here, take this.
Oh, no, you should put it back the way you found it. They'll want to take pictures just for prints.
Oh, wait. No, I think it was the other way around.
Hey, there's something inside it.
Oh, no, wait for the police.
It's another lipstick killer crime scene photo. There's something written on the back. Play with murder enough and it gets you.
It feels like someone just stepped over my grave.
That's exactly how it feels. The last photo had a question mark in the bottom corner, but there's no mark on this one, just the photo source.
Play with murder enough and it gets you.
Ah, another dig at the Real Murders Club. Isn't that nice?
Rose, someone is really trying to get to you. Excuse me.
He's saying someone stealing my car is her fault?
Oh, I wouldn't say directly her fault.
Lillian, if your car being stolen really was because of me, I can't tell you how terrible I feel.
Well, perhaps it will behoove you to rethink your involvement in such unsavory pastimes.
Unlike the Veterans Hall and your mother's office, where we came up empty, my tech actually found something today.
2 hairs found on the keyboard of the computer. Still working on establishing the color, but definitely on the lighter side.
Well, my mother's not blonde or gray, and neither's Lillian.
Neither is Davis Metal. Oh, maybe...
Maybe we don't spitball ideas with civilians?
Right.
Ro, can you think of any other light-haired person who might be upset with you lately?
Oh, there's a patron here, Edward Irons. He's holding a grudge against me. Just yesterday, he basically accused me of besmirching his character.
Really? Aurora Teagarden, A.B. Smircher.
A misunderstanding about a lost book, but he took it personally. Just like he did when we wouldn't stock a book he'd written. He's older, gray hair, and he was here today, in the parking lot, right after Lillian's car was stolen.
Well, that's one more person I need to talk to.
This is getting more and more serious. I mean, grand theft auto, a major felony, in a library parking lot in the middle of the day? I understand you found my computer and another threatening message.
I know how you're feeling.
No, you think you know, but you don't. I mean, you've been in danger before, but only when you put yourself in the wrong person's path. I've never seen you purposely circled and taunted like this.
I know. This is definitely different.
I'm gonna call Michael Vance, and I want him to put a state-of-the-art security system in your home. And don't even think about arguing.
I'm not arguing.
Oh, honey.
Can I help you?
You're Aurora's mother, aren't you?
And you are whom?
Davis Metal. I'm in the Real Murders Club with your daughter.
Really? She's never mentioned you.
I'm new.
Well, what are you doing here? Because this is a crime scene.
I know. I heard the thief struck again. Thought I'd see if he left another quote behind. I need to find out what it is. Maybe I can help Aurora figure out the clue. She seems a little confused so far.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, she has the police chasing after me. So obviously she's off track.
Is she? Because you seem to be behaving in a very threatening manner.
Oh, no, I'm offering to help. I mean, that's what Real Murders is about. Finding the bad guy.
I don't like your tone.
There's nothing to worry about, Mrs. Teagarden. If I were the one orchestrating whatever this is, no one would ever know it was me.
Hi there, I'm Detective Arthur Smith, Lawrencetown PD. I need to speak with one of your tenants, Edward Irons. Could you call him down here?
That's him right there.
Thank you. Mr. Irons,
I know who you are.
Good. I have some questions.
I presume it's about the car theft at the library this morning.
Yes, I know that you were there today.
I go to the library every Monday and Wednesday. But I didn't see any suspicious people doing suspicious things today.
So you didn't park your car in the library parking lot?
No. I've always thought parking downtown is an invitation to car thieves. And lo and behold.
Uh-huh. Where were you last night at 11:30?
That, sir, is none of your concern.
Well, I could bring you in for official questioning.
Well, when you find reasonable cause, do let me know. I'll alert my attorney.
Hey, is this the only door in and out of here?
Yes, sir. Well, besides the locked door for the maintenance guy.
Huh, and do you have somebody working the desk at night?
Yes, sir. Starts when I leave at 6.
Good. Can you have him give me a call? Thanks.
I know, but it's a time-honored ritual. All the restaurant staff singing you happy birthday, annoying your fellow diners.
Next time, just come to my birthday dinner.
Professor Miller, I didn't finish inputting grades, but I can come back and do it right after my lab. Is that okay?
It's fine. No rush.
Word to the wise, be careful with her. She's got a crush on you.
Dina? I think she's just in need of some confidence building.
It is amazing how you can teach psychology so brilliantly, yet still know nothing about the female mind. Thanks so much. Miss Teagarden, good. Now I can apologize for not taking you up on your offer to come talk to your group.
It's fine. I don't want to cause friction between you and Lynn.
I appreciate that. Maybe you and I could get a coffee sometime.
Oh, I'd like that. The thief already struck again, stole Lillian's car,
Her car.
and left this message.
Play with murder enough and it gets you. One of two ways.
One of two ways. Why did you add those words at the end?
That must be a famous quote, too. My dad used to say it all the time.
Can I use your computer? It is a quote by Dashiell Hammett.
As in Sam Spade?
No, Hammett's first detective, Continental Op.
So we have a Poe quote, a Hammett quote.
I wonder if the message from my mother's office was a quote, too. The librarian was a stickler for formality. It is. It's from a book called Murder in a Library by Charles Dutton. I've never heard of him.
Murder in a Library, published 1931. The first in a series, the Professor Harley Manners Mysteries.
Our thief is leaving us clues from old detective novels.
Okay, what was so urgent that I just had to get down here when you know I'm working on a deadline?
Just trust me, you're gonna want to hear this.
Thank you.
The first clue, the Poe quote,
For those to whom life and death are equal jests.
it's from the Murders in the Rue Morgue, known as the first detective story ever written. Guess what it's about?
Could it be about the murders in the Rue Morgue?
The double murder of a mother and daughter.
And who is the next person robbed? My mother. The next clue is
The librarian was a stickler for formality.
it's about the murder of a librarian. Now, I thought it meant me, but obviously it was pointed at Lillian because she was the next person robbed.
And she's a stickler, all right.
She was more than just robbed. Grand theft auto is a major felony.
Yes, and the thief is leaving behind clues about who's next. Whoever the victim is in the book is the next person he's targeting.
We think he's challenging Roe to figure out the clues.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. He's writing clues on crime scene photos in which the culprit begs to be caught.
Well, could it be a cry for help?
I'm more worried that he could be saying if he's not caught, he'll keep escalating these crimes until...
Till he kills someone.
Well, what about the last clue, the one in the library parking lot?
Play with murder enough and it gets you. It's from Red Harvest by Dashiell Hammett.
Who's the victim in that one?
A newspaper reporter.
Oh, that means...
I think you may be the next target.
Well, I'm glad you decided to do this stakeout at Sally's house with me.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be home with the kids. This perp is really getting under my skin. I mean, scene setting, clue dropping, who does that?
Well, Nick Miller might be right. Somebody could be up to something a lot more destructive.
Yeah, somebody smart enough to avoid witnesses and security cameras. We have no prints, no physical evidence other than a few hairs.
And the turnaround on DNA has been slow lately.
Yeah, well, the lab can get us a provisional match if our suspects are willing to give us a sample.
Yeah, well, Edward Irons is not about to offer up anything. But, you know, my money is still on Davis Metal, the real murders guy. Aida called and said that she saw Davis hanging around the library parking lot after Lillian's car was stolen.
So what, he went back to his crime scene? It's pretty thin.
Yeah, she seemed to think that he was making threatening references towards Aurora. And something he said when I was questioning him, it's been bugging me. You know, the way he said it, like he was quoting something. You know, I'm gonna call Aurora and see if she can recognize it.
No, you won't. Aurora Teagarden is not a consultant on this case.
Lynn, Rose seems to be the center of all of this. If there was ever a time we needed a librarian as a consultant on a case, this is it.
Hey, get on your phone and Google it.
Fine. I'll never find it. Oh, I found it. What Davis Metal said. I don't mind a reasonable amount of trouble. The Maltese Falcon. That's another Dashiell Hammett. You know, we need to put a tail on this guy.
Yeah, except the new mayor already thinks I'm directing way too many resources to this case as it is.
Well, you're the chief.
You know what? I want this over with. Give me that.
I just wish that I had figured out the meaning of the clues earlier.
Well, your degree is in true crime literature, not fiction.
Yes, but I did take one class in the golden age of detective fiction, so I have no excuse not recognizing a Dashiell Hammett quote. Thank goodness you did.
I just want to know what this guy wants.
Yeah, what does he want? To test Ro? Himself? Show off? To get even for something? Can it be like all of the above? Maybe I should talk to Brie Carson about it.
Edward Irons checks out a lot of detective fiction. Maybe he reads a lot of Hammett.
But you said when Arthur called earlier that they were focusing on Davis Metal.
Yes, and they can't find him. What?
Does he know that I'm staying here?
Sally, the reason I didn't tell you is because I knew you would worry. Plus, I will protect you.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
All right, would it make you feel better if I slept on the couch?
Yes. Would you, please?
I can also stay over.
No. You have to get back to the university. I'm sure you have studying to do.
Now you're starting to sound like your mother.
Well, you are. A little. But thank you, Philip.
Detective Smith? Oh, hey, thanks for calling. I wanted to speak with you about one of your tenants, Edward Irons. Yeah, did you happen to see him last night or chat with him before he went out? Okay, yes. Thank you very much. Perfect. Now both of our suspects are unaccounted for.
Sally. Nick. I heard a noise outside.
So did I. From the side of the house. I went out there. I thought I saw a shadow go over the fence.
Oh, please tell me it was the shadow in the shape of my neighbor's cat.
If he's a really big cat.
Did you hear a noise?
It was a cat jumping over the fence, right?
Right. A cat.
Okay. I'm going back to bed.
I'll stay up. You go back to bed.
I'm really glad you're here.
Morning, Ro.
Morning.
So I'm off to work. I will touch base with you later.
Is Nick still here?
No, he had to leave. Something about an early class. Bye, Aida.
Bye. Good morning.
Morning.
I hope you remember my telling you that Michael was going to come here this morning.
Yeah, hi, Michael. I'm glad you're here. Feel free to get started.
Thanks, I will. So your mom says cameras inside and out?
Cameras outside will be good.
Don't you think a camera or two inside would be comforting?
Comforting is not the word I would use.
Sally told me that you heard an intruder in the middle of the night.
No, it was a cat, Mother. A cat.
And why did you have Sally sleep on the couch? You have that lovely guest room.
Oh, Sally didn't sleep here. Nick did.
Nick spent the night here?
Oh, Valerie. Yeah, Nick was our night watchman last night. What are you doing here?
Oh, I left my vacuum cleaner here yesterday. Sorry for just letting myself in, force a habit. You're not usually home when I get here to clean.
No, it's a lovely surprise. I haven't seen you for a while. How's your mom doing?
Oh, much better since the surgery.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I know she was very worried.
If you want to come outside with me, we could talk about where to put those cameras.
Sure.
I was thinking one in this corner and one over the garage.
What's Sally's car still doing here?
No! Sally! Sally! Sally, can you hear me? Sally, say something. Oh, thank goodness you're alive. I need to call 911. I need a phone.
Use mine. I'm CPR certified. I'll stay with her. You make the call. Hey, Sally. Sally. Can you open your eyes? Sally?
Aurora Teagarden is in the middle of things.
Ro? She's got marks on her neck, like someone tried to choke her.
911, what's your emergency?
Thanks for staying behind to answer some questions.
I am so worried about Sally.
It's so good you found her when you did. I'm sure they're gonna do everything they can.
Oh, she's gonna be okay, honey.
That's Lillian's CD case, isn't it?
It is. And we found her car down the street. I was looking up this phrase in Google Books, but I didn't find anything.
He's not using proper quotes anymore. Not if my name's in it. It may be a partial quote, but too common to find in a search.
So he's making it harder to crack the clue.
I need to go to the hospital to see Sally. Mother, will you please call Nick and ask him to meet me there?
Of course. Please find whoever is doing this.
We will.
And you didn't see anyone in the yard or anyone driving away when you pulled up?
No, I just left the car running and I ran to the door. I was late for a job. I didn't even look at the driveway. I feel so stupid.
But you were out there when Sally was attacked. I mean, she left the house only moments before you arrived. You must have seen something, unless...
Are you accusing me of doing this?
I'm not accusing you of anything other than opportunity.
To commit this crime?
Or to help us find out who did. You know, Aurora says that you have the alarm code and a key to Aida's office. Where were you the night that it was broken into?
I'm not answering any further questions until I have a lawyer.
So, what have you got?
Well, Valerie Wagner was very defensive when I questioned her just now. Davis Metal never returned to his place last night. He's still unaccounted for. Oh, and I talked to the security desk at Edward Irons' building. Apparently, he only just now returned after a long walk.
All right. Find out if any of Ro's neighbors have security cameras in their front yards. This case just escalated to attempted murder.
How is she?
The doctor said that they don't see any brain damage on the CT scan, but she still isn't awake. I called her parents and they're on their way. How am I going to explain to them what happened?
I'll help you.
Yeah, but this is all my fault. Everyone around me is in danger.
I don't see how you're to blame for any of this.
Ask my mother, or Lillian. They will tell you trouble follows me. Follows me right to my front yard and tries to strangle my best friend.
She's waking up.
I'll go get the doctor.
Oh, I am so happy that you're awake. How do you feel?
My throat hurts.
Here.
Thanks.
Someone attacked you. Someone tried to choke you in my driveway.
What?
You don't remember?
No. No, I remember standing by my car. I couldn't find my keys. And then I thought I heard something behind me. And then that's it. Nothing.
You don't remember turning around? Don't remember struggling with anyone?
Oxygen deprivation can impact short-term memory.
Wait, did he steal anything from me?
We couldn't find your phone, but we don't have to talk about that right now. We should get the doctor in here.
But did he leave a clue?
I gave it to the police.
What did it say?
Aurora Teagarden is in the middle of things.
It mentioned you specifically by name?
It was probably a partial quote from a detective novel. It didn't come up in a search. It's too common.
We can get the Real Murders members reading as many detective novels as we can get our hands on, see if we can find it.
No, I don't want anyone else around me becoming a target, getting hurt, almost getting killed.
Getting as many eyes as possible looking for the clue is the best way to protect the next target.
We couldn't protect Sally.
You have to try, bro. Look, I want to help. Bring me some detective novels. I know you have hundreds.
Sally, you need to save your energy and get better.
Maybe if I have something to focus on, I won't freak out. I need to know who did this to me, Ro.
So do I.
I'm happy to ask Bree to do a criminal profile, but she might not have time. She has twice my class load, and by popular demand.
Do I detect a hint of professional jealousy?
Most people are fascinated with criminals and true crime.
What do you think that is?
People want to understand crime, make it predictable. It gives them the illusion of control.
In your papers, I'll be looking for you to elucidate the why of the crime you've been assigned, not the how, and cite your sources. Any papers without proper citations will be thrown straight in the trash. Have a great day, and be safe. This is a surprise.
We have a favor to ask.
Detective Smith, you're back.
Yes, I need to speak with Edward Irons. He hasn't left again, has he?
Don't think so. He's in apartment 434, fourth floor.
Thank you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Davis.
Someone tried to choke her? As in strangle her? In your front yard?
At 8:30 this morning, they think some kind of ligature.
Well, that's unusual and uncommonly brazen.
You see why I'm so desperate to find this person and stop him.
I'm happy to do a profile, but only if I can show Lynn. I won't do it behind her back or break any rules, not even for Professor Charming here.
I want Lynn to have all the information she can get.
All right, let's have it. How do you two know each other?
It's no big deal. I kept seeing him at the same late-night diner I go to when I can't sleep. We got to talking.
Yeah? About what?
You don't have to tell him. They don't need to know.
Why keep it a secret? He's helping me work on a presentation I want to give at the Real Murders Club.
Really? Well, why don't you give me a little preview? Tell me what it's all about.
It's called How Detectives Chased the Wrong Guy and Let Real Criminals Get Away. What do you think of the title? Too much?
That's good. It's really good. I'm taking you both in for official questioning.
Not without my lawyer, you're not.
Well, then call him. Now.
The first three are sentences lifted from old detective novels. It must be his modus operandi.
You mean his signature?
What's the difference?
Modus operandi is the manner in which the offender commits a crime, say the method of killing, knife, gun. His signature is something the offender does to fulfill himself emotionally. It's a compulsion, like an addiction.
So this person's addicted to detective stories or leaving obscure clues? What?
I will take a look and I'll let you know what I find.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I'll walk you back, Bree.
Hey, and thank you for all your help.
Of course. I'll call you later. I really appreciate you giving us your time on this.
Hero, I see no one's found that detective novel quote yet. No look online either.
Well, I'm searching for something different. Bree Carson told us about crime signatures, so I'm looking in the news for instances where clues from detective novels were left behind.
Come up with anything?
No.
And I guess I'll get reading. What's the quote I'm looking for?
Oh, well, you won't find the exact quote, but the clue is Aurora Teagarden is in the middle of things.
She certainly is. And she's turned our nice, quiet library into a circus.
Poor Lillian. Oh, she is not very happy with me at the moment.
Detective Smith doesn't look too happy either.
Davis Metal and Edward Irons know each other?
Yeah, they seem to be working together.
On what?
Well, they say it's a real murders presentation, but I think they're working together on this game that's being played against you. Unfortunately, they're giving each other an alibi for the time when Sally was attacked.
Hey, Sally, how are you feeling?
Better. Listen, I think I found it. The quote. It's in one of the books you brought me last night.
Sally thinks she found the quote. What book?
Gaudy Night by Dorothy Sayers. It's on page 46. It says, what hampered her was being in the middle of things, too close to things. That's gotta be it, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
Do you remember the plot?
It's about the murder of a college student.
Do you think that means Philip is the next target? What? What did you just say?
Hey, where's the chief? She's not answering her phone.
Well, I'm glad it's me. Let him come after me. I'll be ready.
But if there are two of them working together, Davis and this Edward Irons...
It's so strange to me that they joined forces.
How else could anyone beat you in a cat and mouse mystery game?
Ro has a point. This is no longer a game. Sally was nearly killed. Would both of them really be that angry? That unbalanced?
Well, maybe only one of them is, and that one is the mastermind, using the other to help him cover his tracks.
So, which one's the mastermind?
We have Gaudy Night in our collection. I'll print out the borrowing record.
Oh, there you are. Philip, I need you to come home with me right now.
What? Why?
Sally told me that you might be the next victim of whoever attacked her, so I want you to stay with me until that culprit is caught.
Aunt Aida, there's no way I'm doing that.
You know what? I think that Philip will actually be safest at the university.
Thank you.
I'll make sure the campus security keeps a close eye on him.
Oh, I don't think that's such a great idea.
Well, would you rather stay with my mother?
Call campus security.
Yep.
Satisfied? Okay.
Hello.
Did you see who attacked you?
What? Who are you?
Oh, well, you must have seen something. Hair, face, or...
Edward, what are you doing here? Edward, that Edward?
I told you she wouldn't talk to you.
Davis?
Let's go.
No. This ends now.
Ro, what are you doing?
Davis, I know exactly what you've been up to.
You do?
I appreciate that you're trying to solve these crimes, but it is not impressing me that you're trying to show me up to do it. And quite frankly, you're getting in the way.
Oh, I tried to tell him that.
Yeah, and you? Stop acting like I don't respect you. I do. But I'd respect you a lot more if you'd just be a nicer person. Now go. Go. Sally needs her rest.
I hope you feel better.
Well, are you feeling okay? What if they're not innocent?
I am trusting my instincts. That's what I'm doing. Now, how are you feeling?
I could use more Jell-O.
I hope you don't mind. I asked Lynn to sit in on our meeting.
Not at all.
Although you shouldn't have set up a criminal profile without consulting me first. Luckily, someone here has some respect for the law.
Ro didn't break the law by asking for a profile.
He's right. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. Shall we get started? So, other than the obvious, highly intelligent, probably trained in research, I think it likely the clues were written by a woman. The thief returns the item stolen with each new clue. That suggests a kind of empathy.
And women are the more empathetic gender.
And I suspect that this person doesn't think of herself as a criminal. She could see herself as borrowing the items in order to make a point.
The point being what?
It seems to me that the writer views Miss Teagarden as a rival.
Well, we first thought it was a real Murders Club rival, like Davis Metal, but he's a man, and I just know in my gut it's not him.
The increasingly personal nature of the clues, putting your name in the last one, suggests to me a romantic rival.
A romantic rival? For who? I mean, I'm not dating anyone.
This is no time to be coy. You've been spending a lot of time with Nick lately. Let's just say it is you. Is there anyone who's been a little too obsessed with you lately?
Not that I know of.
What about your teaching assistant?
Dina McMillan? Okay, look, I know what you said the other day, but I haven't seen any sign that she has some sort of fixation.
Didn't she win the Miss Survey? That's a math award.
Yes, but her undergrad degree is in math and psychology.
Well, the returning of the stolen items could be interpreted as a compulsion to balance a mathematical equation.
The clue that was left when Sally was attacked was a quote from Gaudy Night. Look at the name of the last person who checked out the book.
Dina McMillan. How can I find this girl?
I figured you'd be here.
Dina, could you come in here, please? Chief would like to ask you a few questions.
Okay, clearly she doesn't like me. And she did check out Gaudy Night. Maybe Bree is right.
She usually is, but maybe Dina just likes detective stories. And she has nothing connecting her to your mother or to Sally.
True, but part of getting to me is figuring out who's close to me. We know she's smart.
I just find it hard to believe all of this had anything to do with her.
Well, if not Dina, then who? Could it be someone else you work with or see every day? What about Bree?
Well, we did go grab drinks a few times when I first started here. But now, she barely lets me take her for lunch for her birthday.
Why?
She was promoted to department head, and there's a policy against fraternizing with underlings at the school. And Bree's
A rule follower, I know. Wait, I know someone who might have a crush on you. Valerie Wagner.
Valerie, why would you think that?
She was going on and on about you the other night, and she was at my house the same time Sally was attacked. And she cleans my mother's office, so she has the key and knows the security code.
Motive and opportunity. We should tell Lynn.
Wait. Valerie's a family friend. Her mother and my mother worked together for years. I don't want to cast suspicion until I've had a chance to talk to her myself.
Okay. I'll call her. Ask her to come by my office then.
Okay. It's just been awful being targeted. The people around me being threatened. Sally could have died. Maybe I should listen to my mother. Lillian gave up real murders. Let someone else take over.
Listening to what other people think you should do is never a good idea.
Yeah, but with everything that's just happened.
It's when things go wrong that you especially need to stay in touch with who you really are and what you want.
How do you do that? Stay so grounded when everything's going sideways.
I don't know. There she is. That was weird.
Is she running away from us? Or me? Could it be Valerie that's doing all this? I remembered Valerie was talking about Nick, about how much she liked him. And I thought that we should talk to her. But when she walked up and saw me sitting, waiting for her with Nick, she...
Basically, she just ran.
So hang on, you had information on a possible suspect in an attempted murder, and instead of telling us, you went to talk to her yourself.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you put it like that? I mean, well, yeah, it sounds bad.
It is bad, Ro. Now she's alerted. If she's guilty, she could be covering up evidence right now.
Or on her way out of town.
In Ro's defense, it did sound like a far-fetched idea at first.
They have every right to be upset with me.
Oh, well, thank you for your permission.
It's Philip. He wants us to go to the university, said he got a suspicious package.
Package was in my mailbox. As soon as I opened it and saw what was inside, I got in touch with you guys.
You did the right thing.
You certainly did.
I didn't touch any of the contents.
That's Sally's phone.
Aurora Teagarden is rather on the thin, spinsterish side.
I'll look the quote up.
You know, we have Real Murders members reading old detective novels. Maybe one of them remembers coming across a similar phrase. You know, I bet some of them are still at the library.
This isn't a job for the Real Murders Club. This is our job. Yes, let the police handle it.
But I know that we can help with this part. I know we can. Let us help.
The quote's not showing up in Google Books. It might save a lot of time.
Fine, if Arthur is there.
Thank you. Let's go.
I'm going with him. And please don't try and stop me, Aunt Aida.
Oh, and please don't expect me to be happy about it.
Did you actually just encourage me to go to a Real Murders meeting?
You work on who's next. I'll look into Valerie Wagner.
Yeah, and I'll keep investigating Dina McMillan.
Hello? Hi, Bree. It's Lynn. I have a few more questions on that criminal profile. I'm already at the university. Do you have a few minutes for me to pop by?
Sure.
So we are to be invaded again?
We have another clue to figure out. I hope it won't take long.
Which may lead us to find whoever stole your car, which we should be returning to you tonight.
Well, if you must.
What's the clue?
Aurora Teagarden is rather on the thin and spinsterish side.
Terry, who's still here from the club?
We need to ask them if that quote sounds familiar.
Well, sounds familiar to me. I'd wager it's from The Widening Stain by Morris Bishop.
Lillian, I didn't think you read detective novels.
It's not about a detective. It's about a brilliant librarian who happens to solve a murder. As I recall, she's described as thin and spinsterish.
Do you recall who the victim is in that book?
A college professor pushed off a balcony in the library.
That must make you the next target.
Bree! Are you okay? What happened?
Someone pushed me from up there. I'm sure my ankle isn't broken. It's probably just a sprain.
There could be hairline fractures. They need to check.
Bree, you okay?
I'm fine.
I am so sorry this happened to you. Did you catch a glimpse of whoever pushed you?
No, she didn't.
Well, the last clue pointed to a college professor. We thought it was you, but...
It was me.
But why? If someone's trying to get to Ro by targeting people close to her...
Well, maybe they're taunting her by targeting people close to you, Nick.
It could be, but if someone wanted to kill me, this wasn't the best way to do it. And they could have easily killed Sally, but didn't. This tells me it's building towards...
Killing Aurora Teagarden.
You know, if Valerie or someone wants to come after me, then fine, come after me. But why target all the people that I know and love along the way?
Bure found this in her purse while she was digging for her insurance card.
Another clue.
The 11th problem. That's it? It's not a quote.
There's a book called The 13th Problem by Agatha Christie. It's the first Miss Marple mysteries. A group of Miss Marple's friends meet to discuss murder cases. It's called the Tuesday Night Club. That book was the inspiration for the Real Murders Club.
Oh, so we have Agatha Christie to blame.
What's the 11th problem?
It's called The Herb of Death. A woman is murdered out of jealousy. Oh, Valerie just texted me.
Let me see that. I need to talk to you as soon as possible. Meet me at my place.
Oh, we can get there in 10 minutes. Or I could just go back to work and you and Arthur could go talk to her.
Exactly.
Valerie Wagner, Lawrencetown PD, we need to talk. This is the police. Open the door.
I see her. She's on the floor.
She's not moving.
The clues are all from books published in the same 20-year period, the golden age of detective fiction.
You said you took a class in that.
I've been searching for crimes where quotes from detective novels might have been left behind, but if the clues are tailored to the victim...
Then you could expand your search for crimes connected with quotes from sci-fi, horror, or even romance novels.
Romance novels, yes. There is a whole page of results. They seem to be about the same crime. 3 years ago, a woman in Tacoma was found murdered. She moved there to escape an unknown harasser who'd left quotes from romance novels.
Unknown? The killer was never caught?
Arthur, hi.
Valerie's in the hospital.
What?
Yeah, we found her unconscious at her house.
They found Valerie unconscious. So who poisoned Valerie?
Basically, Valerie poisoned Valerie.
She tried to commit suicide.
Probably not on purpose. According to the doctor, she initially had heart failure secondary to the ingestion of an acute toxin.
Is she gonna be okay?
She's unconscious, but she has a chance. She's lucky that we found her when we did, or she'd be dead.
It's foxglove poisoning.
What?
From the last clue, the one Bure found.
The Agatha Christie story.
Yeah, the killer poisons a dish with foxglove mixed with sage, eats just enough to make himself mildly sick so no one suspects him of poisoning his victim. A woman he killed out of jealousy.
We did find a batch of muffins on the counter. One was partially eaten.
Yeah, she must not have realized how potent they were.
And there was a note, Ro.
What did it say?
It's addressed to you. It says you're one of her favorite clients, and she hopes you enjoy the muffins.
So Valerie accidentally poisoned herself in a plot to kill you, Ro. But it backfired on her.
So Bure was right. That was her intention all along.
But something doesn't feel right.
Look, her kitchen. There's batter in the bowl, a recipe for corn and sage muffins on the counter, various detective novels everywhere. The Hammett, the Bishop.
Plus, we know she was on the scene the day Sally was attacked. She also had the security codes to Aida's office and a set of keys.
Valerie?
Look, I'm sorry about your friend, Ro, but it all fits.
I guess that's it then.
Valerie? My mother and I, we always knew her to be a sweet person.
Obsession can be deadly. Hey, are you okay?
I don't know.
I don't believe it. Valerie, that lovely girl?
Yeah, Lynn and Arthur are convinced that she's the one that's been doing all this.
And she was planning to poison you?
Well, if it was her, clearly she wasn't in her right mind. I just hope that she recovers.
Oh, but I'm just so glad you're okay. Oh, and that this nightmare is over.
Yeah, hope so.
You hope so?
No, I'm sure that it is. I love you, Mother.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Ro.
Sally, hey, shouldn't you be at home resting?
Oh, I was bored. I thought I'd come down, see if you wanted to grab lunch with me.
Oh, I'd love to. I'm just not ready to buy into Valerie being a killer. I mean, did it bother you that the last clue wasn't like the other ones, that it was just something so easy to figure out?
Maybe Valerie was just getting tired of the game.
I want to head to Corinth. I want to talk to this guy, Andrew Morgan. I just can't shake the feeling that what happened to his fiance is connected somehow. Oh, that's Nick. Do you mind if I take it?
Of course not.
Hi, Nick. Hey, I hope you're having a good day.
Unfortunately, not so far. Car issues. Problem is, I'm supposed to pick Bure up from her house and get her back here by 3 for a department meeting.
Oh, you know what? I can pick her up. I have to run an errand anyway, so I'll just do it as soon as I drop Bree off at the university.
Sometimes, Ro, you're too good to be true. Thank you.
You know, maybe Bree can give me some insight on whether the case in Tacoma could help us before I head to Corinth.
You know, I can go to Corinth.
No, you just got out of the hospital.
You know what they say about getting back on the horse, Ro? Besides, I can tell Andrew I'm doing a follow-up story on what happened. Corinth is only 30 minutes away. I'll be back soon. Please, Ro, I need to do this.
Okay. Just call me as soon as you talk to him.
Deal. So your fiance was harassed in Portland for months, and she never knew who it was?
Yeah, we figured it was some guy in one of Jessica's classes. She was in school back then. He'd break into her apartment, smash up some of her stuff, or steal some stupid thing, and then leave these creepy notes.
Oh, quotes from romance novels, the article at the time said.
Yeah, she loved romance novels. She called them her guilty pleasure. We thought we got away from the guy when we moved, but right after we got engaged, he found her again. And this time, he didn't just smash pictures. This time, he killed her. Strangled her with a belt from her closet. Guess he thought if he couldn't have her, no one could.
And the police never found out who it was?
They interviewed everyone who knew her, but never came up with a good suspect.
Andrew, did you or the police ever think that maybe this person wasn't romantically interested in her? That it could be someone who was interested in you?
Me? What do you mean?
Well, did you ever have a rival for your affections? Or a woman, maybe, that flirted with you at your work?
No, it's mostly guys here at the station.
Right. What about after Jessica? Did you date anyone? Did anyone express an interest in dating you?
I was too broken up. I didn't see anybody for over a year.
Oh, one last question. Do you happen to know her?
Never saw her before. Look, I'm sorry, but I have to be getting back to work.
Thank you very much for talking with me.
Aurora, thank you so much for coming to get me.
Oh, I'm glad to do it.
Please come in. I just need to grab my computer and some materials for the meeting.
Okay. We have a few minutes before we're due at the university, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about something that's bothering me.
Oh, it's the least I can do, given how you're helping me out. Have a seat. I'll be right back.
Okay.
The mayor is asking for a final report. Why isn't it on my desk?
Because there are problems. The prints found on Valerie's phone, the one she used to text Bro.
Do not tell me those aren't her prints.
Yeah, they are, but the prints were sideways, not the way that you would type a text.
Like someone pressed her hand into it?
Yeah, and the lab just confirmed that the hair found on Aida's computer is not a DNA match for Valerie. Plus, the note that was addressed to Ro with the poison muffins, we just confirmed that that is not Valerie's handwriting.
So, someone staged that scene in Valerie's kitchen.
Yeah, it appears that way. Someone tried to murder her. I think Agatha Christie said it best. All detective work begins with wiping out false starts and beginning again.
Well, before we do anything, we need to let everyone know this isn't over. We need to get more help from Bree.
Sally. Sally, I just remembered there was a woman I saw a few times after Jessica died. She was a girlfriend of Jessica's.
You dated Jessica's friend?
I wouldn't call it dating, more like consoling each other. She was easy to talk to, smart. She got tired of my depression, though, and stopped hanging around.
What was her name?
Serena? No. Selena. Started with an S anyway. I have a picture of Jessica with her on my phone. I'll show it to you.
So this unsolved case in Tacoma, the victim was stalked using the same types of clues, quotes from books.
Yes, but romance novels. Sally's talking to the victim's fiance, thinking maybe he might remember a woman who he... One sec. Oh, speak of the devil. Excuse me. Hey, Sally, what'd you find?
Hey, Ro, I'm texting you a picture Andrew gave me of a woman he said he went out with after Jessica died. It's a friend of hers. Name starts with an S.
Okay, well, thanks, Sally, for the information. Sorry it was a dead end. I'm with Bree right now at her house, and we're visiting, so I'll call you later.
Find out anything promising?
Not really.
She must have found out something.
Just that he once went out with someone with the name that started with an S, but really it was just a dead end.
You were looking at a photograph that she sent you on your phone. May I see it?
Oh, it was just a snap of the fiance.
Show me the photo, Aurora. Come on! I'm waiting. My friends used to call me Sabrina.
It was you. The whole time. You killed Jessica Howard 3 years ago, and you tried to kill Valerie after scaring her with lies about me, and now you mean to kill me.
Study murders long enough, you start to wonder, why take the risk? What are the rewards? Turns out there are quite a few. Control, power, the ability to right wrongs.
What wrong have I done you?
Dina, come on in, the door's open. I'm almost ready.
No rush. Sorry I didn't get here sooner. I had to Uber since my car's still getting fixed. Professor Carson, what's going on?
Dina.
I called you to come over because I was worried that Miss Teagarden might try to harm me. Fortunately, I got the upper hand. As I've been telling you, she's not a stable woman. She considers both of us a threat to her relationship with Professor Miller.
Wait, what? Dina, I don't know what she's told you about me, but please call the police. Go!
I did warn you, Dina, that she would ultimately pretend to be innocent. But we both know better. I'm taking her to the police right now. That's why I have the gun. Take her keys and bring her car around back. We'll be right there.
Dina, she's lying. She's lying. Please don't help her kidnap me.
Dina knows me. I've been working alongside her for months. She knows I would never lie to her. And take her phone.
Dina.
Sorry, Aurora.
Bro, it's me. I expected you and Bree here a while ago. Maybe we got our wires crossed? Call me.
Hey, where's Bree? She's not answering her phone.
Neither was Ro. She was supposed to pick up Bree and bring her back here.
Oh, that is not good.
Especially since we no longer believe that Valerie's the one who committed the robberies and attacked Sally and Bree.
Did you hear what we just said?
crime signature as a compulsion. Do you remember the question mark on the photo in Aida's office? Roe wondered why it was the only clue with a question mark. Bree is a rule follower. It's her compulsion. All sources must be cited. All the photographs had sources on them, and this one didn't. And she couldn't resist the question mark in bright red.
So you're suggesting that Bree wrote these clues?
I think so. Yes, and I think she means to kill Roe.
Hang on, isn't thou shalt not kill the biggest rule of all?
You're both homicide detectives. You know that murderers develop their own versions of rules, their own morality. That allows them to justify doing whatever they want.
So you believe Bree means to kill Roe because she wants you?
Yeah, you're right. It's crazy. Even if she had designs on me, she's my boss. It goes against school policy to date me. Those rules she always follows.
Bree resigned a month ago.
What?
She's leaving at the end of the semester. She asked me not to tell you.
Hey, I'm looking for Ro. She was supposed to come by my dorm a little after 3, but... What's wrong?
Dina, open the trunk. Get in, Aurora. You're trying to calculate whether I'd actually shoot you here? Well, you might be willing to risk your own life, but I don't think you'll risk hers. Now get in the trunk. Professor Carson? Oh, Dina! You're a Maservi scholar. You should have had an inkling by now that I've been using you this whole time.
Dina, it's okay. It's okay. I'm getting in the trunk, okay? I'm getting in.
Okay, your turn. Drop the keys, the bag, and your phone.
Yeah, I need that done ASAP. All right. We got an APB out for Bree and for Ro's car. And we sent a unit to Bree's house.
I promise we're gonna do everything we can to find her and bring her back safe.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
There's nothing you can do right now.
We can help.
You just need to trust us.
How did I not see this? We can't just do nothing.
Agreed, but what can we do?
Your cousin just might be the smartest person I know.
What? Did she text you?
No, she did one better. She activated the tracking mechanism on her phone, and she sent me the authorization to use it.
So where is she now?
The last location it gave was Kesterson Road.
But that's way out of town.
All right, let's go. Your car's here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drive. You call Lynn.
Why did you bring us here? This is Professor Henner's place. I'm house sitting for him this semester.
Because she plans on killing both of us and making it look like murder-suicide, with you taking the blame for Valerie's attempted murder, too.
It's a shame to have to involve Professor Henner and his lovely farm, but sometimes collateral damage is unavoidable.
And the hairs on my mother's computer, the DNA is going to show that they're Dina's, won't they? And there must be messages from Dina to Nick that you planted also.
Among other things. But now we have reached our dramatic conclusion a little earlier than I planned, but I know an opportunity when I see one.
I still don't know what I ever did to you.
I quit my job. A job that I loved, to pursue a relationship with Nick, and then you came along, you cut in line when I was there first. He and I are perfectly suited.
Didn't you think that you and Andrew Morgan were perfectly suited?
Well, we could have been, if he wasn't so obsessed with his memories of Jessica. But I learned my lesson. Don't give Nick time to think he's in love with you.
Well, what about Valerie? What did she do to you? What did Dina do?
Valerie got in the way, and Dina here's an easy foil. But why let any woman in Nick's orbit have a turn? And how satisfying will it be to get away with it all?
That's the key, isn't it? Getting away with it all. Your plan coming off without a hitch, except not everything's going according to plan, is it?
What are you talking about? I've bested you at every turn in this little cat and mouse game. Actually, you're a little disappointing. Not nearly as formidable an opponent as I thought.
I think I hear the police coming. Go! Run, Tina! Run! Hide! Hide!
Where's Aurora? Philip, get Dina inside, lock the doors, and wait for the police.
Let's go, let's go.
Nick, how did you...
This has to stop, Bree. Too many people have been hurt. Bree, come on. This isn't you. Please, just let me help you.
Help me? Is that what you're gonna do? I can see right through you. You're here to rescue her.
I read modern detective novels where women know how to rescue themselves.
You okay?
Thank you. And yeah, I'm okay because of you. Are you okay?
Yeah. No. No, this past hour, thinking I might never see you again.
Face the sea, cast away from your western balcony.
Now I'm okay.
Excellent talk, Ro.
Agreed. The police back then, I'm not so sure about their tactics. I don't know if they put the right person in prison.
Oh, I definitely think Aaron's was the lipstick killer. Either way. being here is way more interesting than going to a frat party.
Well, we're happy to have you in the club. Oh, look, here are our 2 new members.
I should have apologized to you at the hospital. I figured your so-called mind for murder was overrated, but you know your stuff.
I know you really were trying to help all along. Just next time, work with us. That's what this club is all about.
You got it.
I just want to say it's quite gratifying to help catch a killer. Maybe more gratifying than finding a certain lost book.
No worries, no fines for you.
Taida, what are you doing here?
I came to tell you all that Valerie has regained consciousness and she's gonna be okay.
Oh, I am so happy to hear that.
And I'm so happy you're gonna be okay. But if you're not gonna let me track you, at least let someone keep an eye on you.
I've got that covered, Mother.
Hi, Aida. Well, the Maltese Falcon's playing over at the movie theater for retro night, so we'll see you later.
Okay. And this is definitely a date.
Have fun.